In Verdun, to win a trench you need to gain a foothold. Now in offline mode or custom game where you're versing AI, this can be easily done by summoning a load of guys into one area, creating that foothold. Now this is the same in online as well, however it's more difficult to get a lot of players in one place due to other players, other online players being very vigilant and aware of what you're doing. So one of the best techniques to do is to flank. Now this might seem obvious, but obviously you're going to flank. However, not many people in the game actually do it. A lot of people just hold the ground or bunch up into one area, and I'm talking about defences here. When someone's defending a trench, a lot of guys bunch together and they don't watch the flanks, or they just watch one flank. So they might watch the far left of the trench and leave no one on the right. And if they're not spread across the line, it leaves you gaps to sort of plug yourself in, and it works really well. And what you can often find is by flanking, you're able to take out a whole set of enemies. In this next clip here, you'll see me flank on R2R, one of the maps on Verdun. So as you saw from that gameplay, I found a little bit of the trench which I could plug myself into, and I flanked the enemies via the right. And it's just basically coming from the side of a group of enemies and just getting them from behind. And a lot of people on this game tend to use MGs and MP18s and other sort of weapons to get good kill streaks. They use this, they try to use the OP weapons. But in reality, one of the best ways to get kill streaks or get high score numbers is just flanking the enemy, because catching them off guard, you're always going to catch like 6 or 7 guys, even more. There's times where I've sort of bayoneted nearly the whole team or shot the whole team. It's a really good, effective way of getting kills. To win on Verdun, you also need to know how to defend the flank, because I've just shown you there how effective flanks can be. Usually to defend the flank, what you need is a good separated team that have got a good line across the trench, so you're not all bunched up in one area like you saw from the previous clip. Now once you've got a good separated line, usually you're holding your angle or your piece of territory. Now what is a good idea, if you're playing with a squad member or someone you can communicate with, you can try and force the enemy to come down a certain path, like you see in this clip here. There's a trench tunnel here, there's like a little tunnel that leads to the trench, and I've got me on the left side and I've got a player on the right. So when they try flank maybe on the far right, he sees them. If they try flank him to the left, I see them. So what we're starting to do is force them into a bit of a corridor, so you can sort of defend against the flankers, because there's always someone usually who tries it, but as long as you've got a good spread on the line, then you usually can defend it really well. Well, I hope you guys found this video quite informative. I suppose if you're a new player, this might be quite interesting. Or even if you're sort of a seasoned veteran on this game and you don't really flank much, or you're struggling to defend from flanks, maybe this might have helped you out. But I'd love to hear people's opinions in the comments as usual. And even if like you guys flank, do any of you guys flank much, or are you guys just holding? What's your sort of play style? But anyway, thanks for watching. Cheers.